What's up,
Nathan,
Black Casper? What's up?
what's going on, man? I just got kicked off one show, came into the right show. So,
Just
yeah.
waiting for the rest to join in. But thanks again for coming, man. Appreciate it.
Oh no, thanks for inviting me, man, for sure.
Oh,
I'm
that's
always
all
gonna
right.
take your invites and shit for sure. No matter
Yeah,
what I'm doing, I'm going to work it out some way. You know, I'm out
appreciate it.
running
Yeah,
around right now, but hey, we still can talk while I'm out. Yeah, finna go to
awesome.
lunch in about another 20 minutes or so. So shit, we cool.
Oh, you got to go in 20 minutes.
No, I'm saying I ain't going right now, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, we still got God damn, it was a fucking accident. Come on now, don't tell me y'all route. Oh man,
Yes, we got Chantel in. We got knowledge. Yes.
knowledge.
Oh no, no, don't play up on me now, man.
I know my followers tired of me.
What's that, Chantel?
I said I know my followers tired of me. I didn't send thing out to everybody.
So, knowledge, can you hear me? Because I think you're breaking up. I think. Knowledge? Okay. I'll give him some time to fix that up. Are you both driving? I think they're both driving. Oh,
All right, I'm here.
you're here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, man.
How do
Awesome.
you share Instagram?
Yeah.
How'd you
Everybody
share
in?
it?
Mm-hmm.
No, not everybody just yet. We've got 3 people that it's ringing automatically. Jacqueline's in another show from the looks of it. Knowledge, his network's breaking up slightly, and I think he's in.
Okay. Normally,
Knowledge,
what they do is if you're on another show, kick you out of it.
Hello?
it should. What's up, Knowledge?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you much more better
Yeah,
now,
we can.
yeah.
Okay, I was in the area with the worst service.
Who?
Nathan,
Yeah?
could you share that on your Instagram story and tag me or whoever?
Yeah, will do. I'll do it now. Wait, I'll do it as my story.
How everybody doing?
Good, man, good. Just setting everything up. Why can't I tag you?
Yeah.
Ooh, and
Did you just do what I thought? I can't tag you in.
let me find out I'm blocked.
Right, so I've sent it to you. Right. Black Casper keeps cutting in and out. Are you okay, bro? Knowledge with your connection?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm way farther out in a better area. So I'll be able to tap in a whole lot better with this show.
Awesome. Sorry, we're trying to do some stuff in the background. Send message failed. Why is that?
Jacqueline still getting on or
No, she's no lie. She's in another voice note. Not another voice note, another group chat.
okay.
Yeah, so she said she was gonna be in it. To be fair. Um,
Oh, cool.
okay, I've done it. All right, Chantel, it's sorted. You want to take it away? You want to lead this first?
I guess we can start until she gets
So,
in, or
yeah, so what I'll do, we'll go from the question, which is the title. Would you do a Dutch date? But does everyone know what that is?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So, would you do a Dutch date?
Wait, like we gotta read the text message first.
Okay. I was waiting for you actually to read it, so I was gonna, yeah, go ahead. You read the text message.
So the inspo behind this conversation, I guess, was this text message that is floating around online between the guy and the girl that he's dating. And the text message reads, "This is the guy." He said, "Where do we go from here?" And she said, "Where would you like to go?" And he said, "We should set up a Dutch date." And she said, "LMFAO." And what is a Dutch date? And he said, "Well, being that it's our first outing and we don't know if we're interested in each other, it's a way to make sure our intentions are pure. I pay for my food, you pay for yours, and I'll leave the tip second date on me." So, would you do a Dutch date? Anybody?
Most definitely would. Most definitely. I am with the Dutch date movement. Like it, to me, it just makes sense in order to be respectful of that aspect of intention. This person could be trying to just get a free meal. In that case, it gives me that peace of mind that I know this person is genuinely trying to get to know me, learn my personality. We can have a conversation and not some type of finesse. You feel me? So, and then at least if I know it, if it's a second date, meaning we know that it's something genuine, then yeah, the next date is all me. So, so yeah, I'm
All
with the
right.
Dutch date.
Had to
Awesome.
switch
Thanks for that,
phone.
brother. Yeah, I see that. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm on a Verizon phone. That damn T-Mobile keep messing up.
All right, no worries. So, Casper, you know what a Dutch date is?
Well, I mean, I was thinking maybe it was I don't know if it's right or not, but I was thinking a Dutch is a Dutch, have cigars and they live the Dutch life.
You're
I mean, I
breaking
don't
up
know.
slightly again.
Oh, can you hear me?
A little bit. Say it again.
Thinking maybe a Dutch is Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'll say, do you know what a Dutch date is? I just want to make sure we know what it is before we go in a bit deeper into it.
Yeah, I want to know. I want to have a understanding what Dutch is. Is it just a Dutch person date? Well, I'm
No,
sure it's
it
just a
means
date, so
that
it's got to be a limit of Dutch.
it means that each person pays for their own food. Like the guy doesn't pay for both and the girl doesn't pay for both. Each person just pays for their own food.
Oh no, I know it don't work that way. You talking about when you go on a date?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, you don't do that.
And I just actually read the text message that the inspiration behind this conversation in the first place.
Yeah, read the text.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a text message between two people who are dating. So the guy says, "Where do we go from here?" And then the girl says, "Where would you like to go?" Then he said, "We should set up a Dutch date." And she said, "LMFAO." And what is a Dutch date? And he said, "Well, being that it's our first outing and we don't know if we're interested in each other, it's a way to make sure our intentions are pure. I pay for my food, you pay for yours. I'll leave the tip second date on me." And that was the whole text message.
So what do you think on that, Casper? Casper?
Okay, well, I guess while we're waiting for him, I can just give my answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give my response to his text message, and then I'll tell you whether or not I will do it. So it seems like by this text message, the guy he just doesn't want to be used. It sounds like he's probably been used before and he's trying to
Mhm.
avoid that, or he's trying to see if there's like a pure connection. So I think his intentions are pure, and I don't fault him for feeling that way. Would I do a Dutch date? Yes, a Dutch first date. But like if it's I feel like the person, I don't know, I'm old school. So I feel like the person who asks the person out is the person that should pay for the date because you asked me out. Now, if I ask the guy out, then it would be my responsibility to pay for the date. But if he asks me out, then he should pay for the date. But I would do a Dutch date, and I have done a Dutch date before.
Oh, you have?
Yes, I have.
What was the situation with that? Was it similar to the text?
Well, the situation with that was that it was just casual. We were like we knew we were interested in each other, but we were friends. So I don't know, it was just on some chill type stuff. And we went to the movies, and then we got something to eat afterwards, and I paid for my stuff and he paid for his stuff. We wasn't dating or doing anything or nothing. We were just cool at the time, but we liked each other, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Okay, that does. That does.
Do you think it was more acceptable for you guys, because you guys knew each other, you guys had a history, whereas probably someone who, they don't know each other, they're kind of not accepting to the idea.
Well, we didn't really know each other. That's the crazy part about it. We liked each other, like we hung in the same
Oh, right.
circle, but like we
Hmm.
had mutual friends. Like my friend was his friend and his friend was my friend, but me and him didn't really know each other that well. But I did know that he had a crush on me, and I did kind of like him. So that was what that was. Like we didn't really. So we just one day we just went to the movies, and we was just cool, just trying to get to know each other, like on some platonic stuff. No strings, like none of that. We wasn't having sex with each other. We wasn't doing nothing. We was just we was just cool. I don't know. We was just hanging out as friends.
Yeah, I do agree with you. To be fair, I
Uh,
mean,
uh,
mm,
that's your teeth not that dark. Yeah, he says 25.
Oh, okay.
um,
You saying this?
I do agree with you because I agree with you and the text because from what's his name? Prime Time. Um, his intentions seem pure. So I'll read it again as well because we've got more people that are coming in just so they can understand what we're talking about. So we're going
Hey,
based
I'm
on a text message, and it says, so the guy's saying, where do we go from here? She's saying, where would you like to go? He's saying we should set up a Dutch date. Laugh out loud. What is a Dutch date? Well, and then he goes, well, being that it's our first time or our first outing and we don't know if we're interested in each other, um, it's a way to make sure the intentions are pure. I'll pay for my food, you pay for yours, basically. So based on that, one thing that I realized is that he made it clear we don't know if we're interested in each other yet, and that's important, right? And he said, yes, let's pay for our own food. Now, I feel like he was smart enough or wise enough to say, look, we don't know if we're interested in each other. I think if a guy was willing to pay and he kind of knows there's no connection, some guys would be like, look, but I've paid for your food. Like, I should, do you know what I mean? Like, I should get more out of this. But he stated that, you know what, we don't even know if we're interested in each other yet. So let's just keep it casual a little bit. And he's done that by paying for his own meal and she pays for her own.
Yeah.
So I
But
would
like
agree with
I
that.
feel oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
go on. I was finished.
Like honestly, I feel like there's it's levels to this conversation, to be honest, because
Mm.
why is he asked? Like, it depends though. Like, I would do a Dutch date, and like I said, I have done a Dutch date. She's like, yeah, but like, you hear my baby. But like, why does he want? Like, does he not work? Is he broke, or does he genuinely just want to? I'm sorry, my kids is in the background.
No, that's
Or does
okay.
he like genuinely just want to see where things are going? Like, it
Yeah,
depends on
like,
the reason behind.
okay, let's say if it's the reason he's had experience, I'm just gonna give mine off of personal experience. Let's say you've had a lot, I mean a great deal of women just try to use you for a free meal, and that's it. Some there's a lot of females who will play that role in order to just, hey, then they'll start talking with you. They will waste a great deal of your time just to get a free meal. After that, they're gone. So for you to best kind of get that type of this kind of stop that. It's not like in the case to like disrespect a woman. Like I don't want to be chivalrous to her by accepting the first date, but at the same time, it's just like what, I need to fully know who you are. I got to know that you want to get to know me at least for this time. You know, so how about we just pay for our own. That way I can see if you're using me for a free meal, if you're gonna be here after this meal or not. So y'all can see where your head is. So just on that level, what would you think?
No,
First of all,
I
that's
say
that's
that
so.
again, Shanta.
No, I'm just saying that's so dirty. And I remember this conversation going viral like 2 years ago about these females, I guess, using these guys for meals. And then I remember,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm in a lot of female groups, and I remember hearing like the conversations that they would have or reading the conversations, and they would be bragging and boasting about it. Yeah, I use this dude for a meal. I don't even like him, stuff like that. So that's why I said I understand his angle and
Mm.
like can understand if that's how he feel based off of being used by females. I don't fault him for that because females, like, I'm a female, so I know firsthand that females do use guys for meals. But
Mm-hmm.
that just goes to show you, or I don't know, that just goes to show you what you're getting, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. There I know of stories as well of girls that will have in their phones free meal number one, free meal number two, number three. Um, and that is their hobby. That is their social time of guys just bringing them out and having a free meal. So yeah,
Hmm.
regarding this text, it could be the fact that he's had a bad experience. Or I think Chantel, you said as well, or it could be that he's broke. But I kind of want to go into that because
Mm-hmm.
when I think of broke, I don't think of he doesn't have a job at all. It could be the fact that you know what, this guy gets paid at the last day of the month, and it's coming
Mm-hmm.
towards almost the third week in that month. So his
Hmm.
money's quite low. So he's probably just being wise. You know what I mean? He's thinking about, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is the situation. I don't want to let her know this because you know what I mean? But as well, we don't have any real feelings as yet. I'm just gonna write this text, which we're talking about now. So I feel like that's even being responsible as a man. Now imagine him paying for his meal and her meal, and he can't get home.
Mm, true.
Well, I
So
do have like a reply on my Instagram story. If
mm,
y'all want me to
okay.
read that, this reply
Yeah,
is from a
yeah, go
guy.
ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So I posted the screenshot of the text message, and he said, "This is terrible. If you can't afford to date, don't date. Some people can't afford to just Dutch date at expensive places. My first dates are always memorable, and I'm coming out of pocket. So how I look asking her to also pay 150. Sadly, I feel him, but I would rather take the risk of not doing a Dutch date because one of them dates are going to end up being my wife. I would never allow something so lame to be our first date." So how y'all feel about that?
I've,
That's
I've,
coming from
I've,
a guy.
I feel like people are probably not reading not reading the text carefully because he said it'll be our first outing, but also we're not interested in each other that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're not interested. So why um I'm gonna use this term. Um why treat her like a queen when she hasn't earned the right yet? You're not, and plus you don't even have the feelings for it yet. You both don't, in fact. So
Hmm.
why go to all that length and
That
pay?
nigga.
You know what I mean?
It's
And I
like I
feel like this
do
is
get what you're saying. I do get
mm,
what you're saying. I kind of understand the person too. It's interesting because
yeah.
the part where he said he want his first date to be memorable, and who knows, that might be his wife. So basically, he's saying that he don't want the memory of his first date to be making her pay for her own date. So like, I kind of get what you're saying, and I don't know. I see both points.
I guess the way he's taking it, the way he adding the dreadness of that memory could be taken in that way. Because if it was me, and even if I'm thinking this is a Dutch date, I can still go on a Dutch date with the mind of me thinking this person can still be the woman I marry, you know. And at the
Yeah,
same time though, so it's just
but
kind of like I
Greenville, Tennessee.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
you all. I just
okay.
wanted to know: does money take away from the fun of the date? Does it take away from like the
Mm,
aesthetic?
it shouldn't.
But
It honestly,
it's still a sad case that it still in the case does too as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
it
but
just
it
really
depends.
depends, and that depends on the female. That's when it comes to when you ask that question or give that option at that point. So, because even the way he insinuated, when he gave the option, I'll pay for your, for mine, you pay for yours. That opportunity of it being a second date lets them know, like, they both have the idea and intent and desire to go beyond this. At this point, it's not
Right.
about the money. At this point, it's about, we can still have fun, whether we do dinner or arcade or go see a movie. At this point, our personalities get to show now. So,
Do you think a
Mm.
lot of women might perceive that as like a turn off? I
yes.
remember like a
A lot
man,
will.
a
I, I,
guy said that he's embarrassed to ask a girl to like foot any of the bill. He said that's an embarrassment. So I just
I
wanted to like,
understand.
is that a what
I,
you say?
I, I do understand that because in all of my dates, I have paid. I haven't said you pay for your own. Um, Now there's I didn't tell you this part, Chantel, right? Off stereo, but there's two things that I used to do because because what could be in this man's head is I don't want to have a bad experience. What if it's a bad experience? I don't want to waste my time. In his mind, he's probably thinking I don't want to waste my money, which is fair enough. It's his money. There's no feelings there between these two. He stated that. What I've done in the past is, and I've said this a lot, because I don't know again if the feelings are there or if my time's going to be wasted. You know what I do with all of my dates, even Sherelle back in the day, I made sure I took her out to an all you can eat restaurant because everything's all inclusive and you're paying one price, all you can eat. So that's what I've done. Now the second thing that I've done as well, when me and Sherelle went on a second date, and again it's about balance, right? When we went on we went on a 2 day date because she had to drive a long way, 2 or 3 hours to see me. So I paid for a hotel for her. The first day, I paid for everything. We went out to a trampoline park as well. And then on the second day, I said, "Look, is it okay if you pay for your own breakfast this morning? But I'm gonna pay for the dinner later on." So again, it's about a balance because, do you know what I mean? So there is a balance in it.
That's
Does that make sense?
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think a Dutch date versus I would. Yeah, I understand where it's coming from because some men, if they don't have the money, they just won't even suggest going out that day. But I understand where this guy's coming from a little bit, um, where he might be coming from because of the simple fact that there are no feelings. Because what's the difference between well, there is a difference, isn't there? But what I was going to say is, what's the difference between him sending out his girl mate and sending out this girl for dinner and doing the exact same thing? Because in my mind, I'm thinking there isn't any, the standard isn't set for anything. You're literally just there to talk and see if it leads to anything. The only difference that might have been there is he might have met this girl on an online dating site where the other girl is just a friend, probably from college or work. So maybe the atmosphere is already set where, you know what, this guy could potentially be my guy, and he's thinking she could potentially be my girl, but I don't have anything there. I kind of
Nathan,
get
you
it on
breaking
both
up.
ends. Can you hear me?
You breaking up bad.
What about now?
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay. Um, I don't know what part you heard or what part you didn't hear.
Yeah.
So basically, I heard the part where you were saying like some guys will just cancel or some guys will just not ask the girl out on a date if they don't have the funds to go.
Some would do that. I know a lot. I would even do that because I want to make sure I've given her the best date. And like what Knowledge said, though, it's not possible as much in the day that we're living in to just do a Dutch date because you have to impress. And the much money you can flaunt, or is kind of the first thing that's looked at first. Did he pay for my dinner? Did he offer to pay for
Your
my drink?
phone is breaking up. I can't hear
It's
you.
crazy. It's not
If
breaking up
anybody
on
has
my end. I can
anything
hear
to
him.
say, oh,
Oh, you
it's
can
not
hear
breaking
me?
up on your end.
Yeah, he's not breaking up. It's not breaking up on my end at all.
Oh, that must be my phone then. Hold on.
Okay.
Anybody can leave a voice note too.
Yeah, if anybody else has anything to say, like honestly, you know, give your thoughts and ideas to it. If you want me to read out the kind of the focus text that we're talking about today, I'll read it again.
Yeah, I will go ahead and read that again. Might get a different perspective out of it. Might get a different
You know what?
perspective. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll read it again. So, the guy said, "Where do we go from here?" She said, "Where would you like to go?" Um, then he said, "We should set up a Dutch date." I'm seeing something completely different to this now. And then she laughs out loud. What is a Dutch date? Well, being that it's our first time, our first outing, and we don't know if we're interested in each other, it's a way to make sure intentions are pure. I pay for my food, you pay for yours. I leave the tip. Second date on me. So you're saying the second date is on me. The thing that's actually standing out for me now is he's the one that actually, and this is kind of bad actually, thinking about it. Guys don't usually say, "Where do we go from here?" And then she
Very
goes,
Somebody
"What?"
true.
talking.
And then she fires it back. "Where would you like to go?" And then he
Mm.
goes, "We should set up a Dutch date." So from from the first part, where do you want to go from here? So he doesn't even sound sure himself, which is
Yeah, that's true. He don't, because
which
a more
he doesn't.
confident approach would be better.
Yeah, he doesn't seem confident, but at the same time, obviously he says he doesn't know if they're both interested. But in my mind, I'm thinking, is he even interested at all?
No, that's not
True.
how I perceived it though.
No.
I
Okay.
perceived it as they've been talking, I guess, talking on the phone, but they never went out anywhere. So he just wanted to know, like, where are we going? Like, where is this going? Are we just going to keep talking, or are we going to do anything? So that's
But
the way I
but
perceived it.
But hear what I'm saying, Chantel, though, right? Even if that's the case, why would a guy first say, "Where do we go from here?" I see. He does sound a bit in my mind because I can't. It doesn't show the text before that in this picture. but it kind of makes it seem that, where do we go from here? He kind of seems unsure. He's not leading it. If that was me, I'd be like, okay, how would you feel about going on a date?
Right.
When you, or when are you next available? I want to bring you out somewhere. And then she could have said, where would you like to go? I want to go here. Do you mind if we do a Dutch date?
Knows where we want to go.
Huh?
I said, y'all men know y'all can't ask us women where we want to go because we never know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Why would you ask a girl where do you want to go from here? So I'm not being funny.
He wasn't.
You're right though. You're right though.
Yeah, like
he was saying it in a way like, okay, so what's next?
Yeah, but why?
Like,
that's a bit strange though, isn't it, Chantel?
Because so they might have just been talking and it might not have just went anywhere. Like they might not be going anywhere.
But, okay.
He probably stuff like, I need more than the conversation. Like, what's next? All
right. So even if that was the case, don't you think that's something that the woman should say? Because remember, remember from a guy's point of view, though, you're trying to impress. The only questions really go on.
No, I was just saying, like, it's not a gender thing. Anybody can say, where do we go from here? If a guy's not sure or doesn't know where they going with it, then he has the right to ask as well. He just wants to, I guess, make sure his time is not being wasted, or he just wants to make sure they like progress is being made. He don't want to just, I guess, have a talking buddy. He want to potentially see if it's going to lead into something. So
fair enough. I like how I do like how you're thinking, because it means you're very open-minded and you're not you don't assume like most people do, which is great. But from my end, I'm thinking, you know what, I wouldn't say that just because I'm the person that's meant to be doing the impressing or the, you know what I mean? But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, well, we got a voice message. I'm gonna play that.
Okay.
Hola, shout out to the panel. Nathan said, but why? It's a little strange for a man to ask where she want to go. Yeah, like Pretty said, maybe it wasn't going anywhere, but sometimes women bring a creative, sometimes imaginative stance to the situationship. So she could paint a picture with words that makes him get it literally, and then be able to get there in an easier fashion than in his mind. A lot of times men are in their head about stuff. So if it's growing together, or if it's taking a break, or if it's traveling, or if it's getting closer and like settling down, like whatever level of where they want to go, it could be illuminated by her, by him asking her. That's how I think about the question. Carry on, lovelies. Great topic.
That's true too. That's true too. And I like how you both think that way, which is good. Because the things that I've experienced is kind of like, I would be able to say that, you know what I mean? But I like how, you two are different in the sense that you understand that, and you wouldn't be fazed if a guy said, where do we go from here? So that's great. You got any feedback on that knowledge you want to give?
And I guess it's also in the manner how you say your tone, how you saying, how you present it to her can also disturb. She can pick up that he's asking that in a manner where he's sounding weak and not confident about it, or in a way where he knows, but at the same time he's just asking in a way, just as she was saying earlier. Well, actually in both of the tones that they was actually setting for their response for that. So, but I still hear your point as well. But for me, I still would go with the point where, for me, I know myself. I will be in my head about a lot of situations. So, and I'll be like, you know what? It might be a moment where I might present it in a tone in such a way where I might need that extra hand to kind of get an idea, see where things might flow, But I think that role can always switch though. But I think that tone can really set, in that presentation. So that's what I'm kind of listening to. What she was saying is,
Closed mouths don't get fed.
nah. Especially if she's someone I'm trying to actually. If we've been, as I'm hearing it, which I made me aware of. I'm like, wait, this is not their first time talking. They've been actually talking before. So at this point, I
Mm,
should have that. I should have that comfortability a little bit more.
right.
If she's getting to know
I
me,
like
then I'm
that.
gonna present it. I'm gonna present it in such a way where I'm like, you know what, I'm comfortable with you. I'm
Mm,
not trying to control you or nothing like this. I want us to be. We're both in this. Let me respect. Let me respect your mind. You know.
mm. So you think he's
So.
given back the not the power in that sense, because none of them have it, but he's given her
Oh,
the option kind of to suggest where she wants to go then. So it could be taken that way as well.
oh yes.
Cool.
As well. A queen always has assists a ruler every way possible. So especially in private chambers, I always ask her, "What do you think I should do, my dear?" She might throw a suggestion. He goes with it and out there and lead with a mighty sword and a victory. You feel me? So,
uh, oh God.
so that's how I would kind of, in my way. That would be my idea. Trying to.
I don't know if this relates, but I
Uh-huh.
was listening to I was reading this Facebook post, and I was reading where the guy was telling the girl that he don't get paid until Friday or something. And he was like, but I mean, if you want to stay in and cook, I'll buy the groceries and we can just stay in and watch a movie on Netflix or something. And like the girl was just turned off by that. She didn't even want to date him no more. But like,
Can you read that again, if you
no,
don't
I
mind?
didn't
Sorry.
read anything. I was just like rehashing on a post that I had saw on Facebook
Hmm.
where the guy was basically telling the girl that he doesn't get paid until Friday and she kind of know. And so he was suggesting that, and so he was just suggesting that they stay in and I guess one of them cook or they cook together and then they watch a movie on Netflix and he'll buy the groceries. But the girl was turned off by like she didn't even want to talk to the guy no more.
Mm. Maybe she got in her head Netflix and chill. Maybe that's what she got in her head.
Or maybe she was turned off by the fact that he went broke. Not to say it like that. Like I'm not trying to say it in that
You
way.
say it how
Or
it is, like he's
oh
broke.
my god.
Like no one runs out of money towards the end of the end of the month, right? And oop. No, I get you. I get you. Um,
That's so but
um,
yeah.
no, I
That's
think,
That's messed
um,
up though. At the same time, like he put in so much effort. At least he had something else in mind. At least to try to
yeah,
do something. He didn't
creative.
ask her for no money. Even like, can you pay for it? He came up with another, at least creative way for him to be able to give a good date. Still could get a vibe going. It was just like, damn, that's crazy. But
See,
at the
on
same
that,
time, I can see where she coming from too, though.
really? Okay.
Yes, every female is different. Some prefer they want to be asked out, or some might have that could come off of that type of creep type of vibe in a way that might. It really just depends, like on the female and the
So,
timing when it
so
comes to
yeah, the
that.
timing is key, right? So, do you think he was too open too quick, or too relaxed in his approach to that? Because probably what he could have said was, you know what, I can't do anything this month. Let me
Mm-hmm.
wait until I get paid, and I'll bring you out somewhere really nice.
Man,
Mm.
honestly, I don't know, but honestly, if it's our first date and he ain't got no money, but he suggested that like we stay in and cook, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a female. I'm the only female on the panel, but I'm not inviting no guy over on the first day or on the first date. Like, you're not coming to my house for the first date. Ain't no home visits because we all know how that ends or how no. This boy
Oh,
acting
I
like
can.
I'm wanting something. And I ain't got nothing to give, okay? Leave me alone.
And oop.
And I, they think I'm crazy.
Oh my goodness. Let me get this
Trying to come on my
voicemail.
first
Yeah.
date. That just got me hot.
Oh snap.
So for the example Pretty put out, though, I mean, it's not a judgment, it's an observational answering to what I heard her say. Observational being the word of all the other men throughout history who have messed up Netflix and chill, or movies and chilling, or cooking at home and watching a movie for a date. Like, it shouldn't be more than that. It shouldn't be different than that. And one should not assume that he's going to stay broke. But a lot of people, like half the world, has messed up Netflix and chill. You know what I mean? So I could understand why she was turned off. I might be turned off too because I want an event. I want the exposure. I want to see you in a light outside of your comfort zone. Go out to eat. It doesn't even have to do with what he, so even if he gave me an example, if he could have switched up and like, let's go to the park. Like, I'll buy you the groceries, but we can go out. That's the whole point. So yeah, that means he didn't get it.
Oh my
Mm,
gosh, Faith is so on point. And
she
another
is.
thing, like, it's crazy because every time I dated somebody, it was never like a situation where as though we was I don't know, like I don't know what it is. Every time I date somebody, they always want something too fast. I can dress like a nun, no lie. These guys just be wanting to sleep around, and I don't know what it is. So
I
no
think
home visit.
I might be one of the only guys, but I have been on a lot of first dates with in-home
Mm,
cooking, and I have
really?
never did
What?
anything with the one and never done nothing with the woman. After we did the
Wow.
eating, after we had our movie, we had a good conversation. I was like, you know what?
How long
I
did
know
you?
it's kind of late. I know how long. I know it's late right now. I'm getting kind of tired. I enjoyed the first date. In my mind, that I look it could have been a possibility, but I wanted something more. I was like, I'm not just there just to try to have sex with her. I wanted to get to know her. I want to see her in the vibe because I got to think like for me, um, I work a lot, so I don't get to enjoy being home sometimes. So I'm taking care of responsibilities sometimes. This is get the chance to see me in the environment I don't get to enjoy myself. You know, and well, it was just for my case that the ladies were more like that, more so than myself. I've had occasions where I've asked, a lady out. I ain't got the moment to really like go out like that, et cetera, et cetera. It was not more of a, responsible thing, but she came over. We didn't do anything. And those were some of my best and my favorite dates. The vibe was just amazing. Now looking forward to just, today's version of Netflix and chill, but
Mm,
that was just I mean, based on my experience. I'm the type of guy like I'm not looking for, that to happen. That's gonna happen regardless in my mind when it's supposed to. But getting an experience and a vibe, oh yeah, that's rare. Very
how
rare.
how long did you guys talk in order for you then to say, you know what, come, you want to come around my house and I can cook for you, like a dinner date at home kind of thing? How did you
Or how long
how
did
did you
y'all
bring how did you
talk?
bring that up? Yeah, like how did you do that?
All
How
right,
long did
so
y'all
when
talk
I
before
what
y'all said,
so the first time this happened, let's see, I was early 20s. She was about mid 30s. So at that time, she kind of presented it to me. She said she worked a lot. She wanted to hang out. We was talking for about maybe a good solid, like maybe week and a half, maybe. Not like
Mm,
maybe like once or twice out of that. You know, did a little. Yeah, that was just about it for that one. The other times, like for me, when I presented it, it was probably like 2-3 weeks. You know.
Right.
Um, but it's never been like a month or anything like that. It usually stays within that perimeter
Mm.
and the experiences that I have. So I had with that.
So, how how did you kind of make it special this dinner date? Because I'm assuming you kind of really had to spice it up a bit. Like,
Well,
what
see, in
did
my
you?
mind, I keep in mind that this person's been having conversations with me, and if they're having conversations with me, and if I am who I am, I just let my personality show. I joke.
Hmm.
I love '90s R&B. I'm very knowledgeable about good movies, good vibes, tones, setting tones, energy, very spiritual. So, but I always presented in a way when it came from me, asking the lady, I always presented it a way like, it's in the case like, I enjoy, et cetera, how we conversate, but I like to see, you know, how we gonna do face to face, et cetera, et cetera. I like to throw down, I'm always out and about, stuff like that, and everybody's out here doing, the out and about and stuff like that. But I want to do something a little more different. I want you to get to know a little bit more about me, my interests. So,
Yeah.
I
What I mean.
with cooking. Hmm?
Mm. So what I was gonna say, right? What I'm trying to get is, right. What did you do in a sense of, okay, what should women expect? Because from what I'm gauging is,
Mm,
not a lot of women would like to go around a guy's house on the first date, because a lot of things that could go wrong.
true,
But
true. Yeah, that's
from what
very
you're
true.
saying, yeah, but from what you're saying, everything worked out fine, great. Um, Now, what should they expect? So as soon as they walk in, are you dressing up quite nice? Is she dressing up quite nice? Have you got candles? Is there like a romance setting that you did, or was it more chill? And if it was chill, then ladies, including Chantel, how would you feel about that?
Okay, am I going first or she's?
Yeah. You go first.
Oh, okay. So for me, I'm very verbal about how I want things to go most of the time. Sometimes I don't want to do the whole smooth suave and lead it to. I'm always verbal. I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just not us do anything like that tonight. In that case, I'd rather it just be, you know, this experience. I'd rather just, come over. I try to let them know, in my words that, I don't want to do anything to make them, uncomfortable. you know.
Mm,
So I don't move in a way on them that's uncomfortable. So like if we cooking by each other, for example, I'm gonna be playful, but I'm not gonna be too, flirty in my touching, you know.
mm,
So if I
okay.
am, I'll be careful how I touch her and where I touch her, you know. And then she'll let me know if it's okay in that type of manner like that. So because a woman definitely knows like when you're touching them and when you're around them, if the guy should automatically be able to pick up, she will let it be known if she's not with that or not. So, but for me, since I say it and once my actions follow through on that, at that point, I just let that play itself. I can't speak for every guy. So,
Mm,
but for me, when I say I'm gonna let you know, look, tonight is not gonna be on no, we're gonna be trying to throw on some R. Kelly and let this happen. Wrong person to probably say, but I mean he's a mood setter. But still, like I want it just to be a genuine vibe, a genuine experience, you know. And I might present it, the next time. For me, being so weird, or you may make it more goofy, weird about bringing you in, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you out on a genuine date the next time. You feel me? So.
okay.
I
Okay.
agree with that. I like his logic, but I don't like. I wouldn't mind like a chill vibe.
Hey,
Like I wouldn't want to like be too romantic on the first date because I don't know you. So
Mm,
don't be
mm.
getting all romantic with me. I don't know you all like that. We
S-
not getting
So so
not saying
Chantel,
not saying that you have to
yeah.
just
So
like candles or whatever the case is.
you
But
don't mind the
I don't mind
candles?
like I don't mind. I've been like over I guess a guy that I used to talk to. I've been over at his house and he lit candles and he cooked and everything and just set like the whole scene. And but I've also been, to an in-house date where it was just a chill vibe.
Hmm.
So I mean, I don't mind.
Okay.
everything don't gotta be set in the mood. Sometimes you could just chill. Sometimes it could just be like y'all just vibing with each other.
Hmm.
Let the vibe speak for itself.
I like that. Let's get this bubble quick.
No, I didn't even listen to see what Knowledge's answer was yet, but I'm gonna leave a message because you cannot on a first date think nothing's gonna happen and have candles and dim lights. Like, what? A lot of times men associate romance with like, I don't know, being polite. Like, you have to be romantic to be polite, or like if you're romantic, a woman would like you more. But no, it would definitely be the chill setup for the first date. And I'm a female answering the question, but you could still dress up quite nice. You could still, but if you can't be doing the stuff that you would do on your anniversary, that part. That's the clear cut difference.
Exactly.
And if you do, then the woman just probably thinks, okay, I'm gonna have some nice anniversaries.
Exactly.
Very
Or
much
I
so.
would just think like to be honest, if I went on a first date and it was like all these candles and rose petals and all this stuff all over the place, I would think he wanted to have sex. Like, what's up? Like, what you trying to
Oh man. Oh snap.
Mm. I wish I
Oh
would
my
have did that one.
days.
I should have did that one. That would have been a nice one.
I hear you. I
That's
hear
a brilliant idea. What?
you. Uh, that is funny. That is funny. Um,
Oh my goodness.
so
Well, what's
there was
that?
What
a
do you think?
who? Me?
Yeah.
You know, I agree with everything you guys have said. I mean, me personally, what have I done? Um, to be honest, I've kept it chill, to be fair. You know, I haven't done anything extravagant or anything like that. I think when I was talking to Sherelle, it was the third date where I took her out to there's a place in London called the Oxo Tower. It's a very,
Mm-hmm.
very expensive place to eat. 3-star restaurant. Um, the attire you have to dress smart, you know. So I was there with a shirt and a blazer, everything like that, and she was fully dressed up. So I would say like the third date when you know you're kind of serious, then you can go in a little bit. Um, but yeah, and the second date was we went to a dance class in London. So it's kind of learning how to dance and stuff like that. And she
Mm-hmm.
actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed it too. I was still for me that's chill for me. You know, that's nothing too big. I think if it was something like me decorating the whole house, and that that might be too extra. Would be too extra for me on the first date because I don't know her like that. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the plus you turn the girl to come to your house for the first time, she would actually think you're expecting something a bit more. Um, so yeah. Um, I mean, I've seen even YouTubers actually, they do it quite chill and they move quite smooth. You know, they, they usually just take her out to dinner. Um, they may give her a bunch of flowers, but that's probably about it. And then probably on the third or fourth date, it goes in a little bit. Um, yeah. But I agree with everything that you guys have said. It's really valid. Good points.
To be honest, like candles don't bother me. like if a
Why are we stuck on the candles part?
like if I went to somebody,
I'm okay. It's not a must. Don't worry, Shanta. Candles are fine. Jeez.
oh listen,
Do you not get them for your birthday or something? Like,
if I went to a guy's house and he lit candles or whatever, and he cooked, that would be fine. Like I would be cool with that. But if
the
I
only
see
time.
all on the floor, I'll be like, okay, he thinks it's showtime, and like
the,
this
o-
and that.
The only time I've done candles was when I was proposing in the hotel, and that's the only time I've done candles. Um, I don't know. I was stuck on candles, but yeah, I think candles are quite minimum. To be fair, if there's one or two, it's fine. But people usually do that to people usually get those scent candles just to make the room smell a little bit nicer. Just a little bit of fragrance. Um, Yeah, and probably might put on music, a little, music while you guys are talking. I think that's quite chill, you know, music without words, just like a nice tone, you know what I mean? Like a nice, and you guys can just talk.
Like,
Um,
no, because there's a difference.
no, 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 no. Okay, I said music. I didn't say like any sort of sexual rhythm music or anything like that. Just
Me,
a
are we
nice.
playing Rick Ross or are we playing Keith Sweat?
Playing like some Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright.
Oh my God, I
So
put
shoot.
myself in it. No, you know what I mean. Um, I don't know, man. But again, it's the delivery, isn't it? So you'll get by how the person's talking what they really want. But I'm just throwing things out there. I mean, okay, I'm saying that because I did it with Sherelle and it was fine, and that was our first date. On first date, but on the second day. So I don't know. Oh, we got a
We
voice
had a
note. Hang
2-part
on.
date, y'all lit.
Yeah.
Either he wants that one thing or he's about to propose to you and you don't know what's going to happen for the rest of your life. One of those two is candles and marshmallows on the first date at the house. No, just no.
All right, so to be on the safe side, can we just agree?
And that's
No
true,
first date?
y'all. That's true. We just talking, but candles shouldn't bother us. There's different types of candles, and it's about the ambiance, which is usually why candles are used, unless it's fragrance. But again, I don't want candles because I need to smell if you are clean. I need to smell if your food smells appetizing. I need to smell if there's dust on the windowsill sitting, beside the seat or the couch that I'm about to sit down on. So if you have candles, to me it's like what are you masking right now? But that's just me. And then after a while of that, without the candles, then bring the candles in because now you can set the ambience. Don't set anything. Just present yourself like your best self. You know,
Exactly.
honestly, genuinely, on a easygoing level for that first date. That's just the crux of it. Candles can come later, and don't have on too much cologne either.
Yeah, don't have one that it stank after a while.
A good point she made that there's different types of candles. Now, what I would say is, I would say run if you see any of them big ritual candles. Just run. Don't look back. Just run.
No. Are we talking about the tea light candles or are we talking about the big Bath and Body Works candles? That's what
No,
I
I'll
want to
talk
know.
about the ritual candles, like the witchcraft ones. Like
Or
they're
like
gonna
you
do
about to
something.
sacrifice me. Don't
Yeah.
sacrifice me.
Oh man, I'll play this one last voice note.
Don't bother me.
Yeah, and then shout out to Nathan because if that's worked for you and you got yours, that's what's up. You did music, no words, candles. So a lot of women would fall for that. They would definitely be like, okay, it's second date time, right? They would be into it. But the only thing is, for a lot of women today, when that happens, it's like, will he maintain it? So then I got to keep dating you just to see. But there's a 50% chance you're not going to maintain it. You're just doing it to show off, like I said. But it depends, and that's not judgmental. That's just be a realistic projection there from a woman's perspective. But yeah, it doesn't mean it has to be bad, but start simple. Less is more, right? Under promise, over deliver. Because
Yes.
those are the
Wow.
things. How you start is how you finish. It's easier for a man to
Yep.
keep going that way. But if a man starts high and then drops off, yeah, she gonna leave you, because she's gonna be like, this isn't the man I met. Just say it.
That's true. You know what my dad used to You know what my dad used to say? Um, oh God, it's gone. He used to say, um, "Don't fly before you can even run."
Yeah.
That's what he used to say. Don't fly don't fly if you haven't even learned how to run. So, no, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
So I know, right? We're
I
gonna
don't
get to
care
the
about the
juicy.
candles. Just don't leave no rose
Chantel, can
petals.
you stop about the candles, please? It's really bothering me.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
really
just so
bothering.
stuck on it. I don't care though. Just don't leave no rose petals, and we good.
Okay, Chantel, what if we gave you flowers on the first date? Just a little rose. Hmm?
Flowers is okay. Rose petals are
But no petals, because a whole bunch of petals make up a bunch of flowers, right?
nope. Leave the flowers in his body. Don't kill them flowers. Leave them the way they are. Don't be out here killing flowers. Let them live.
Hey, what if they're fake flowers though?
So,
That's true.
oh no, honey. Oh no. So you just out here laying out fake rose petals?
He's trying to be
We not.
considerate about nature. He's trying to be considerate about the planet. He didn't want to harm the planet.
That's just ugly. No.
There's some real high quality looking petals, not them little plastic looking ones where you can look at. They got some one that look just like them. You can kind of feel they got the more better texture to it too.
All right, well, where you
So
finding them at?
Mm-mm.
I know my thing. I know some things. I done learned some things in some places. You feel. When you laying out a setting and you look at some fake plastic petals, your mind go, you better get these things off the floor real quick. Them things look stupid as hell. Like, damn it. But I don't want to mess up nature, but at the same time I want the thing. Damn, online is the best bet to find anything. You feel me? You find some amazing so
See, when I proposed, right, I didn't just get the roses, right? I got the That was just about appearance, right? But I got the fake diamonds as well,
Ooh,
and I
okay, okay.
sprinkled them with
Oh,
the
okay.
rose petals and the fake diamonds too, and all over the
Oh.
bed. Yeah,
Where
and then
my
I had the
notebook?
roses. Hmm?
No, let me find my notebook because I'm writing all this down. For my future husband, I want rose petals and I want the fake diamonds.
Hey, but you better ask him that question that she said. Look, if you do this. But let me ask you in that case, if a guy does some
She
kind
is
of
correct
romantic
though.
gesture,
Go ahead.
does it matter if he's inconsistent with it, or he needs to be consistent with it?
It ain't nothing you gotta do every day, but at least do it every here and there. You ain't gotta every weekend. You ain't gotta do all that. I like the simple things anyway.
I would say yes, in the sense of not the consistency in terms of a date, but when you're consistent and you've done a really good date, right? It's expected of you that in every aspect of your life, in now our relationship, I'm expecting you to give that. For example, 50% or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So. So something that my wife said to me last year, she said she was surprised and it kind of scared her at the same time because I was always consistent. And she said to me, you always come up with ideas and you're very creative, to the point where she struggles to even give me what she calls a good birthday. But for me, my birthday is just chilling. But for her, when she wants to set something up, she feels like she's kind of not competing, but it's kind of like, what do I do for him? Because when it's her, I do a lot of stuff for her. Like, I'm very creative in the stuff that I do, even the stuff that I cook. So, for example, she never ever wants to cook a whole fish because she doesn't like doing that. She finds it disgusting. You have to take out the eyes and wash it and all that stuff. But I love cooking fish, and she loves that. So, consistency does matter, but just in consistency matters, but don't just think of it of the dating sense of you bringing her out somewhere, but in terms of your relationship and how you pursue her. How you pursue has to stay consistent. Does that make sense?
It does.
You gotta not just get her, but keep her.
Yeah, and that's what you hear a lot of people complaining about. He did so well in the chasing part, but now he's not keeping me.
My 1-year-old daughter's dad went above and beyond. Like, he did the most. And then, like, I want to say, like, after the first year, that was it. Like, none of that stuff ever happened again.
Mhm. I remember speaking to someone on stereo in February. She had a similar issue where the guy, after a year, he wasn't paying any attention to her at all anymore. You know, um, so yeah, consistency is important. And I kind of see why the simple dates are more appreciated, because they can kind of see. Anyway, consistency is key. Let's listen to this voice note, and then
But
after this voice note, because we haven't even gone to the meat of this, right? Because me and Chantel have well, we've looked at a lot of people's comments, so we've got comments for and against. So we'll read them out after this. It's very interesting.
Right. Trust comes from consistency. It can come from other things too, but consistency builds trust. So like Nathan said, if you start that way though, the person will genuinely, going forward for all time, see you as with the memory of you being consistent when you started. So even if you start making a whole bunch of mistakes and stuff starts going wrong and you just start falling off, the person won't judge you as quickly because they'll be like, well, at least you were consistent when you started, so there's something there. Like, it won't, but if you are not consistent when you start, that's not people. I mean, it means that you might be dealing with a divided mind, like, or somebody who's not financially stable, or there's a reason they're not consistent. And then you have to think, well, are you just not consistent with me? Like, there's a whole bunch of insecurities, which means lack of trust. So no, you want to start consistent.
right. Mm-hmm. And consistency and repetition are not the same things. I just wanted to point that out. You don't got to do the same thing every Friday. You don't got to take me to an expensive restaurant or come over and put fake rose petals on my floor.
Can you stop with the flowers?
But consistent. Nathan, I'm trying to be serious. But like consistently being or doing romantic or being spontaneous, it does matter.
Yeah, it does.
Just don't do the same thing every day. Like, all right, what's next? We had chicken, rice, broccoli, and rose petals last Friday. I'm ready for some fish.
Oh my gosh. So if we look at should we look, Chantal, should we go on the against part? Because against parts are really juicy. Because I've got some against comments that, people that, when I mean against, people don't agree with the text that we was reading out. So one girl says, he sounds cheap and petty. Next, please.
He sounds broke and entitled. Please.
He sounds cheap and petty. Next, please. Would you?
She sounds broke and entitled. Next, please.
Okay, so let me find the next one. Okay, hang on. I've got a few here. Let me find them. Right. So this is what I found. These are the replies I got on Twitter, right? So someone put, so women can protect themselves from black people. I mean, the real word she used was niggas, but I hate saying that. Who only want sex, but dudes can't do the same for women who only want a free meal. Laugh out loud. Why y'all confuse me every day? Did you guys get that? I can read it again.
No, read that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
read that one.
So someone said, so women can protect themselves from niggas who only want sex, but dudes can't do the same for women who only want a free meal.
Ooh.
Yes.
They not
I
ready
need to
for that
follow her.
conversation, though.
He don't pay back.
She hit it right on the nail.
So she was. So she's kind of against the.
He might be lying about that. Lying about that part. I know that part for sure. You tell me a car, somebody gonna tow your car. Yeah.
Wait, hang on a second.
And he read it 3 times. And he said,
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that, Chantel?
She hit the nail right on the head. I 100% agree with her. Like, that's a double standard. And we
Okay.
don't like double standards over it. That's definitely a double standard, though. Like, women can protect themselves, but men can't.
I would. I feel like though in that comment she's assuming because nowhere in that text it kind of seemed like he wanted something else. Do you know what I mean? I understand where she's coming from though, because most.
That's not what she meant. She was actually agreeing with him. She was saying, like, okay, so basically one of the reasons why he might have wanted to go Dutch in the first place is because maybe he was used before. Maybe he had females use him for a meal before. So she was saying basically, why can't I guess females protect themselves against guys who want sex. Why can't he protect himself against being used? That's basically what he was saying.
Okay, got you. I was taking it a different way. Okay.
He was about to ready to set it off for a second. Yes, I'm with her on that one. It's only fair.
And we talked about this already. I guess this is a for, not against. But this lady said, some of you have men stored in your phones as free food. We discussed that already, but yeah, you know, that's what a woman said. Yeah. Oh, there was let me read the reply, and then some replied to that comment and said, okay, so do you agree with their association that doing a Dutch on a date proves one's intentions are pure? Then she said, what was ever wrong with a Dutch though? I might not like him in 5 minutes of sitting down. If that's the case, I'm gonna eat my food and pay for it and leave. That's a good point.
Yep.
She might not even like him.
And just like you said earlier with the whole, some people, not even just on the woman's end when it comes to having that pressure, that guy thinking because he paid for the date that he feel like he's entitled to get something after that. There's less stress on that mental aspect there, and even for the guy as well. On both of them equally. So you might be like, man, she ain't what I'm looking for. I'm respectfully get my food to go and just go from there. So I can definitely agree with him on that.
So one of my friends on WhatsApp, she said this, and I found this really amazing, right? But Chantel said she would do it, or I think she said she has done it. But one girl said, I'll read it out. She said, I think as a female, you should always have enough money to pay for your own food, just in case. I learned that after my very first days, thankfully. I had my own money. Long story short, I ended up paying for the meal. His card got declined. He was just lucky I said, let's share the food instead of buying separately.
Damn.
Yes, I agree. I learned to always have my own money because this one guy was like, basically, we was at the restaurant. It's a small story time. We was at this restaurant, and like I could see that the guy was coming on to me, but I wasn't on that time being as though it was our first date, but he was coming on very strong. So basically he was on some stuff like, okay, well, if you don't have sex with me after this, then I'm not paying for your food. So he tried to pressure me. Long story short, I had my sister cash at me some money. Luckily, I was able to get in contact with my sister. because if I didn't, I would have felt pressured, or I would have been back at the thing washing dishes. So
Wow.
that stuff do
Wow.
happen. It does.
Damn. Ooh, we.
Mm,
I didn't think guys be out here doing stuff like that. That's crazy.
hmm
Just straight out.
I mean, I guess they'd be doing that because, you know, some,
Proposition you.
yeah. Let me play this voice note.
So when you think of going Dutch, 'cause that's the question, would you do a Dutch date, right? You have to remember the man. We're assuming that this is a man and a female. So you have to consider the man and his history and his culture. And if you don't know it, you better figure it out before the date. I think it would be imperative if you are indeed truly dating. Now, if you're just talking and it becomes a date, unbeknownst to you, then that's different. But if this is planned dating for adults, which I thought y'all are talking about, right? You would need to know that because in certain cultures, men pay for everything. I've been out with families, not even on a romantic date, and the girls told me, hey, no, 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 no. I went to reach in my purse, and they were like, no, 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 no. They always pay. This is what we do in our culture. Different persuasions. So that's really important. And we shouldn't assume that that's not important.
Mm. I'll leave it to you two. What do you guys think?
I honestly was dealing with my baby, so I didn't really hear what she said.
Okay, let me play that again. Hang on.
So when you think of going Dutch, 'cause that's the question, would you do a Dutch date, right? You have to remember the man. We're assuming that this is a man and a female. So you have to consider the man and his history and his culture. And if you don't know it, you better figure it out before the date. I think it would be imperative if you are indeed truly dating. Now, if you're just talking and it becomes a date, unbeknownst to you, then that's different. But if this is planned dating for adults, which I thought y'all are talking about, right? You would need to know that because in certain cultures, men pay for everything. I've been out with families, not even on a romantic date, and the girls told me, hey, no, 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 no. I went to reach in my purse, and they were like, no, 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 no. They always pay. This is what we do in our culture. Different persuasions. So that's really important. And we shouldn't assume that that's not important.
I agree. I agree. I remember
Yeah.
even getting my tire changed. I went to a tire shop owned by African men. And when I tell you I got out, I didn't know. Like I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to do. But when I tell you I got out the car, popped the trunk, and was getting ready to take the tire out myself, and they was like mad at me for trying to get the tire myself. They was like, no, why would you get the tire? We get the tire out the trunk for you. So I do think that's important. That is important to
Mm,
learn. I do agree with her.
mm. I've always been growing up to pay. I've always been growing up to pay. You know, for the first date, it's just something that, you know, was instilled within me. But she did say though, it's important for you to know the culture of a person, you know, and you can understand them better. But I do think I might be wrong, but I do think in every culture, I think it is expected for a man to pay.
Oh
And I
no.
was t no,
No, no,
tell
no.
me, please tell me, because I'm literally looking in
Oh no.
Google. I'm looking in Google right now. So this is why I'm learning as we speak. So correct me then, please, because I want to know. Because I literally typed in what cultures don't pay for first dates, and it's not really telling me. It's just telling me
Oh
something
Lord,
completely
you type
different.
that in Google. You gonna bother Google
Yeah,
with that question?
it's very handy. Tell
No,
me.
because
I want to know.
unfortunately, and
What
please y'all
cultures
don't,
don't pay?
please y'all don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say.
Go on.
Unfortunately, and my race, black, I'm a black American woman, and these black American men, not all of them, not saying all of them, but they don't be trying to pay.
I know.
Like
Oh,
they be wanting you to pay. They be wanting
Yep.
you to pay for your own food. Either that, or they gonna pay for your food, but you gonna pay them back with that. You know what?
that's very
So,
interesting. Now,
oh my
um,
god,
I'm literally I'm reading. This is why Google's handy. I like reading these sort of stuff. So I'm reading. This is what I'm reading. So this is what the internet says. As it turns out, a lot of guys don't pay on the first date out of fear of getting played, because there are a lot of women out there giving this custom a bad name. In 2011, Business Insider published a piece on young women living in New York City who dated guys specifically to eat £1,200, or in your case, it would be dollars, worth of dinner each month. Ooh, very interesting. Under financialbestlife.com. I'll listen to the voice notes. We've got some voice notes. 1 second.
It's crazy pretty. And thank you for sharing to make it real for everybody who doesn't think about those situations that happen every day, which is abuse. And if you were a child, we would call it, right, kidnapping. But as adults, it's still kind of like it could become the same thing. If somebody gave you a ride and you're kind of stuck with them, and that's, I mean, it's not lawful at all, but
yeah.
it's mentally abusive, right? And then you take that, and then it breaks down your self-esteem and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, girl, I'm glad you made it up out of there. That's crazy. But yeah, when you have your own, it's always, you can always leave, right? And everybody who
Exactly.
ever teaches dating, even to your kids, that should be taught early. You're not projecting, you're giving the child or the adolescent or the young adult knowledgeable, foundational knowledge to survive any date. Pay for your own stuff and don't go. You don't have
And
no
that's a
business being on a
fact.
date if you don't have cash or
That's
collateral.
a fact. Big facts. And that applies to every aspect in your life. Like me, not boasting or anything, but I have my own house, I got my own car, I got my own money. So I ain't depending on nobody to do nothing. But I don't know. It's not all black men though. Like back to what I was saying, it's not all black men, because I remember being on a date with this African boy, well, African man, and like he wouldn't let me touch the door handle. I had to sit in the freaking passenger seat of his truck until he got out and came over and opened the door. Like, and then one time I opened the door, he was like irritated about that. Like, don't touch my door handle. And then
Yes.
he wouldn't let me like, hey, he wouldn't like, he made me leave my pocketbook in the car and everything. He would not let me pay for my food
Damn.
at all.
Dang. He reminded me of me when I first started in the dating world and found out the hard way.
Oh,
Damn.
oh, don't dig yourself in
Woo.
it, bro.
But yeah, that's what's up though. That's dope though. Like it's to that mind frame where it's just like it kind of makes me think in the point where it's like in my head I'm like I want to really pay for this first date, and then some occasions you get that mode where it's just like, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna bring it up. But
Yeah,
I
but
think that
that's stuff you can look for though. Women look for those
very true,
qualities, and
very
me
true,
for a long time too.
Yeah. We've
true,
got
very
two
true.
we've got two voice notes. Hang on.
So
Is it even gonna play? Hang on.
Greetings to the panel. Hope everybody's having a good day. The topic: would I do a Dutch date? I'm real old fashioned and I'm real traditional, so nah, I wouldn't really be for it. Would I turn down a date if a woman says, you know, I really want to go Dutch? I don't want to feel like I owe you something, or that you're gonna be expecting something in return. I wouldn't turn down a date, but I wouldn't encourage a Dutch date. And even if a woman opens up a purse to pay for her portion, I may be a little impressed, but nah. But like, close your bag, baby. I got it. Don't worry about it. So nah, not for me.
I respect that. That's cool, man. That's good. I respect that. I'll play the last. Anyone want to comment on that before I play the last voice note?
Same,
But
because
Man, I've been off for all this time. Man,
I know
I just
you're
go back
busy,
to
Casper.
Yeah, I go back to recording here. I'm sitting here eating
Okay,
lamb
bro.
and gyro.
That's all right, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, knowledge.
because I know when it comes to certain things, we use that whole traditional or new term, and I know traditional goes way, way, way back. But looking at dating or the term when going Dutch or Dutch date, I thought it was something new, and I looked. This thing goes back to like the 17th century. I was like, dang, it's been out for a while. That's kind of interesting. I know that's kind of like probably maybe be aside from this, but I thought I wanted to bring that up because that's very interesting.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's interesting.
Pregnant.
Started in
Females been paying for their own stuff since the 1700s.
Yeah, it says started in the Western Hem. It started out here, actually. Shoot, in America, in the Western. Dang.
She'll be paying for petals too in a minute.
And candles.
Candles. I'm sorry, Chantel.
No.
I don't know about the I don't know about the candles. I don't know if I could do the candles. I wouldn't do that to her.
Oh no.
You are too much.
All right, let me play this last message.
A lot of the cultures where women are put in a higher position, as in they can hold their own, aka feminist cultures, independent woman rhetoric abiding cultures, those cultures, whatever you may deem them as, but the cultures that always push those are the cultures where women will pay and kind of know going into it. Like I said earlier, you have your own power when you bring money to the table. It's not any culture's, I think, backbone tradition, but it has become necessary because of politics and safety of women. So in every culture, political or safety issues more than likely have made it necessary for women to be able to know now, I have to bring money to the table to hold my own and not become a victim.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I remember getting in an argument with my mom and being told to leave. I jumped right in my car and drove to my house. So yeah, you do bring a certain level of power when you got your own money. Because then you don't need nobody for nothing. Not saying for nothing, but you don't need nobody to keep you afloat.
True.
We all need somebody for something.
Mm. I can't disagree with that, especially in
Wow.
today's time. Especially in today's time, I can't disagree. Well, I can't even say in today's time, just in general. This time, this generation is just a lot more simple and easier to do than before. Um, but I think a lot of
Well,
people, like what he said, they hold on to that traditional method, which I respect people's tradition. Certain culture they have that. You know, I'm a guy, I need to pay for it. I still respect anybody's approach. But I get what she said. Just make sure it really is important to understand, where they come from, how they were taught how to, you know, approach, a date or an individual in general that kind of can help move things forward. Just in case that person ain't with it, you can at least match up with somebody who's actually on the same program you on. So I respect your culture enough to go along with it, and vice versa. So,
I made the mistake of going on a date with someone twice, and I paid, and the third time I paid again, and I did. My reply was kind of the same as the text in the sense of, okay, so what are we kind of thing, because, you know, and she goes, oh, no, we're just friends. I'm like, huh? But I've brought you out 3 times now around 11 o'clock at night to go out for a meal. Like,
Pay for their own stuff.
and, so in my head, I thought there was something there. Do you know what I mean? Because I've always paid. And she goes, no, there's nothing there. And I even paid for the taxi back for her as well, everything. And I said, okay, you know what? I think it's best if we don't talk because, there's no point. And she was kind of really desperate to keep me as a friend. She was like, no. I still want to be your friend. We can still talk. I said, no. I don't want to talk. I've got too many female friends. I don't need another one. That's going to drain me. Do you know what I mean? So, for me, I kind of learned from that, but yeah, that's what I've learned. I learned years ago, man. I was like, wow. So I kind of learned. Oh, she cut off. Chantel, you cut off there. Say that again.
People.
You cut off
It sounds
there.
like you're breaking up.
Oh, I'm breaking up?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, I was just saying that you got to be able to read people's energy.
But the thing is, her energy and her vibes were like okay. Do you know what I mean? But for me, I guess I should have, and I say this quite a lot on stereo, but I felt like I should have asked some key questions before it got too deep for me. Or do you know what I mean? So, and I feel like that was my mistake, my flaw there. I should have called it for what I thought it was. You know what I mean? Because anyone else would have thought, oh, he's bringing her out on a date now. It's a third date, second date. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I should have kind of called it out for what I thought it was before it got that far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I listened to this. Yeah, I listened to this last voice note. Got another one.
I have a question for y'all, right? Since we're on this topic about money. So to my ladies, I want to ask y'all, when y'all have sex with a guy, and it's been like years have passed, right? Do you feel like since you and him did that you're entitled to favors from him? Like if you want to hit him up one day, even if y'all have not talked in a long damn time, but you just want to hit him up one day and tell him to get you something to eat, or tell him to help you out with a bill, or ask him for some money, do you feel like you have the right to do that since y'all have sex? Y'all had sex. Fellas, let me know, has a woman ever came to you with this that you had dealings with? Like, y'all let me know, man. Because 2 females of recent has tried me like this. I feel like they tried me.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I guess I can answer that.
Yep, been there.
From a female's perspective, I'm not gonna keep having sex for years with anybody that's not my man.
Like if
we having sex for years, then we are something. Like I'm not gonna keep having this casual thing with somebody for years. That's dead. But like to add on to that, okay, so if you my man, then I expect for you, or I expect for us to go 50-50. Like you don't gotta give me more, or I'm not entitled to more, but we are gonna go 50-50 on some stuff. But no, I'm definitely not gonna be having sex with no fling for years.
That's it.
But what if you was? Would you still would you then? Would you feel like it's okay to ask him to like he said, pay bills, ask for money? Would you feel it's okay to go to him to ask for money because you have been sleeping with him for years?
First of all, I'm not a prostitute, so no.
No, Chantal, not you. Let me get those damn petals. No, I'm just saying. Oh gosh, no, it's not forced to you. Don't worry. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall out with Chantal today. Yeah, pay.
But
Edit.
no,
Oop.
like there's not been any establishment or any agreement or like anything. Then why would I expect anything from you? That's like him asking if he's entitled to ask me for money because I've been having sex with him. No, like that doesn't warrant for you to just pay all this and that. And I'm not going. I don't know, Nathan. I can't picture myself in that scenario because I'm just not with a place for all these years. Like we better establish something if we're gonna be doing all this. You getting white features, but you only paying for side chick benefits. No.
Oh jeez.
Y'all messed up. Ooh, y'all got me on.
I've never seen Chantel this fiery before. Oh my gosh. You picked the
And
topic, not me.
That fire got sparked.
Ooh.
She was like, "You got me." But
I love how everybody after his message is like, "Oh wow, oh my," right? Because that's how our brains are right now, mind blown. But at the same time, that's the culture of today that's being pushed. Remember, it's rhetoric. There might have always been folks who actually lived their life like that, but it wasn't the majority until now. So I'm not surprised that that happened to him. People hitting you up out of the woodwork. Folks is thirsty. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here for everybody. No judge, shade, or judgment. Me personally, I don't subscribe to that. And no time should sex be a collateral for or being used as to come to ask for stuff later. Like that's not. You shouldn't be doing things to ask for things later anyways. If you do something, do it because you care to. Do it because it's in your heart. And that way,
Exactly.
you never have to bring it up again. If you need help, these girls should just ask you for help, not attach it to something in the past, especially if it's physical.
Exactly. Like I had this one guy hit me up that I used to mess with in freaking 2012. Hit me up last year, 2020, when the pandemic started. It was like, oh, basically, what's up with me? Can we start talking again? Like, boy, you tried it to the 10th power. We ain't talking 9 years. I don't know. I just can't see myself in that scenario. I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to can, but I just can't.
you see,
I can't take it today. I can't take it. Woo.
Child.
you see, there are females out there that's like that do that. I've had my experience like bro man has had with that, been gone. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, I gotta be myself, count myself responsible for keeping this on going for anyway. So it's like, damn, it's kind of messed up. But she shouldn't be feeling that type of way though. She shouldn't be feeling that type of way.
Can someone get the other voice note as well, please?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab that.
Cheers.
No, Chantel is right, and I'm glad you said it because I wanted to say it, but I didn't know, if anybody else felt that way. But it's sad, Chantel, because in a lot of other cultures, prostitution is very common. It's common here too in the United States, but overseas it's very common. And so again, that's why I talked about kind of trying to fill out a person's culture before you even date. Definitely before you sleep with them. But I mean, people don't do that nowadays. They just sleep with everybody, and sleeping with somebody is a date. But anyways, that's why you have to know the culture, because in other cultures, prostitution is very common, and it's a survival technique. And then it's some things that people just want to do because they want to work their way up the totem pole. Here, it's like I said, y'all's responses was like, oh wow, because it's not the thing to do. Like those of us with a moral compass, and who have lived long enough to see the horrible benefits of that. No. But yeah, that is considered prostitution. Having sex for goods, exchange of goods and services, now or in the future. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay.
All people better stop sleeping around. Y'all ain't go ahead and know the job. Y'all better stop.
Shut up. Hold up a second.
I ain't gonna listen. Y'all gonna start.
You good over there, Chantel? You good, Chantel? You good?
Yeah.
You better let them have it. Let them have it though.
Oh, so flabbergasted. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Hey, no,
All right, y'all.
let's
Let me
stir your
clear it
habit.
up a
Let
bit.
let the
Maybe
fellas know.
I was a little mumbled in my last message. So we wasn't having sex for years. I said it's been some years since the last time we had sex.
Okay.
So me and Shorty was cool. Okay, we been cool for years. We had sex maybe back like in 2013, 2014, and we talk off and on.
That's some
You see
time.
what I'm saying? And she hit me up like recently asking me for some money. And I'm like, come on, man, I barely even talk to you. How you feel like you got the right to ask me for some money? Oh, I thought we was cool and, we was close and we did this and that and I should be able to come to you. Whoa, whoa, how you feel like you have that right and that privilege right there? What the fuck? So, nah, that's what I was asking on. Now, we wasn't having sex continuously for years. It's been years since we the last had it.
And I
Mm.
oops. First of all, first of all, I'm not hitting no dude up from to ask for money. Let me just go there on my call log and see everybody that I had sex with in 2004 and ask them for some money now.
Do you think though? Do you think though it could have been it could, it could have been the oh I need to behave myself. Do you think it could have been the mental state of you know what we were once close, so I kind of feel the safest person to ask is someone that I've been intimate with.
Nope.
But
I'm
but
not
clear,
hitting nobody up that I had sex with in 1902 to ask them for money. No, we not doing that. First of all, never. What Fabulous say? Never tripping on the past. I would rather never mind them because only fools trip over something that's behind them. I'm not. I refuse. I rebuke all.
oh no! Don't use the rebuke card. Okay, he's got one last.
Hit you up to ask for some money when y'all ain't do nothing since 1892. Like, who are you even anymore? I don't even know you anymore. The heck?
Especially at that type of time. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like now that I understand the way he put that, I wish a bro would definitely would try that. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's
What?
true. I agree.
Nah. I'm like, you must be thinking I'm booby the fool.
I just want to hear what Chantel says because she's on fire today.
Got me 50 shades of message.
I don't know the person that dropped that message about women using sex as collateral. I need to follow you. Because that's what I was saying as well to her, basically. In so many words. Like, come on, man. We did this one keyword in the past. And now you want to use that as collateral? Come on, man. You wildin'. Like, I need to teach you how to finesse. At least, like, play it off and, call me for a few days and just have general conversation and say you miss me and all. Like, come on, man. Like, play. Like, I got to teach you how to play the game, shorty. Like that. Using something from the past to try to get something out of me? No. To me, that's some sucker, simp, whatever you want to call it type crap. Nah, man. That's not rolling over here.
She looked at you
No,
as
it's
a
good
sucker.
she slipped
That's
up.
why she tried to sell you. She tried to sun you. For her to even come
True.
like at you asking for some money, she tried to sun you. She looked at you as that sucker dude that I used to talk to. And I'm just speaking from a woman's perspective.
Definitely, yeah.
It is what it is. That's what it was.
Faith left a message. Let's listen to that.
No, Nathan. Could it have been the mental state for her thinking, yes, we were once close? Yes, obviously, because that's what he said. He said we were cool, we were chill, we didn't have any problems, we were on good terms. So yes, that was her mental state. But my 2 cents, not just for him, but the same topic though is that's why sex should not be given out to people just because you feel their vibes and you feel like you need some. like when you're young and dumb, so to speak, or you're just young and free, as some people say, because what you're doing is you are creating ties with people. And some people go, it's not that deep. Yes, it is, because she
Hmm.
went down the list, found you, and thought to herself, you know what, we were cool though. We did all this stuff. See, that's the thing. Unless you was planning on keeping her, and if you were planning on keeping her, then she's entitled to have that thought because once you did have something. But if it was just that casually, and then you broke up, and you never proposed to her, you didn't marry her, you didn't have kids with her, no, then she shouldn't be.
Right, and she couldn't go as you trying to fuck do me one.
Exactly.
Why you
Yeah, I
Exactly.
agree. I knew that. I was just trying to wind up Chantel to get her a bit more fired up again.
Oh, you like when I'm fired up? He just be trying to get me fired up.
Oh
You
shoot!
got
It
me.
is.
Listen, I need a glass of wine.
Oh no.
Like that. Look.
Whew. Mm-mm-mm.
Oh my. Yeah, I gotta
I
tell
like
her.
it.
Whew.
Oh my goodness.
Don't invite me to no more talks, okay?
Hey, this was your
This is what
topic.
y'all want to get. This is what y'all want to get.
I swear,
Hey.
knowledge for the first like how many covers have we done? 2. Chantel's been very, professional, and today, boy, she's come out, boy.
So
Woo.
between the candles and this, and the
Yeah.
candles,
I
petals.
mean, I need to speak
And
to her
I'm
about
taking
what these
all
candle
seven.
situations are. I mean, she took the candle stuff very personal, to be fair. So I got to find that out later. Yeah, it's all love though.
Yeah, man, it's been definitely quite interesting though. That was very interesting perspective though.
Oh
And
yeah.
she's been on fire today. She was like, oh no,
Mhm.
I gotta take off the
Yeah.
earrings on this one right now. Hold on.
Mm.
Child had to take off the slippers.
Oh, the slippers
Mm-mm.
too. Oh dang, it got real.
Y'all
And
know
I
I
thought,
ain't but
Mm.
5'2".
Chantel, you're managing the next topic on Friday, man. But hopefully nothing should really set you off. So the next topic on Friday is going to be how to manage your money. Um,
Mm.
and Chantel's probably mainly going to lead that convo. We got a last voice note though. Let's listen to that. Hang on,
All right, for sure.
if it's going to play.
Yeah, see, Chantel, I thought the same thing. Like, you trying me like a sucker. Like, that's what you see me as, man. But here's the kicker, though. Back then, when we did have sex, I never broke her off with any money. Now, it's been a while, so I may have bought her something to eat. I'll admit that. I may have bought her something to eat once we were done. We probably got something to eat from maybe like Burger King or some shit. But it wasn't, yeah, man. It wasn't nothing over $20, if $20. So I don't know what the fuck she was thinking, to be honest with you. We was, I don't even know if I would use the word close. We was real cool. Like, we did have a vibe. Don't get me wrong. We had a vibe. We didn't get in no relationship, but we had a vibe. Used to talk a lot. Used to see each other a lot. Had sex on plenty of occasions. But no money was exchanged, though. So I don't know, man. That shit was weird to me.
And
Hey, it could have been the aspect. It could have been the aspect where she know you about your bread. You could be on your hustle mode, and she like, man, he always working. He got his grind on. He got all this money coming in. So let me go see if I can go ahead and try that. Test my luck. You feel me?
Not even be Tuesdays. Not even Chili's.
Yeah.
oh,
Give it that Mickey D's Popeye special.
Oh my God. Child.
Hey, yo, Nico, you hit her with that that Popeye special?
No. That 4 for 4? That 4 for 4?
Yes. Oh, what do they call it? The some of them restaurants got the garbage bags.
He said, get your 4 for 4 and hit the dough. Oh my God, I can't.
I'm sweating, man. I haven't sweat
It was
like
that dollar
this.
menu.
Oh my days. I'm sweating.
Yeah, she tried it. If you wasn't worthy back then, why would you be worthy now? Please.
Ain't that what I said earlier, y'all? And I didn't even know he was gonna say it, but I said that's why we shouldn't be just having sex with people because we vibe with them. That word. It came out because obviously, the truth will set us free. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But once we realize the truth, acknowledge it and live accordingly. And teach your kids. Because, we going through the same stuff our parents probably went through half the time. But they didn't tell us a story. So no shade or judgment. We just need to learn, though. Have our fun, but let our fun be meaningful. So if you or anybody, if you date somebody and you taking them to Burger King, you're close, but you taking them to Burger King, you didn't take them to you ain't spend more than $200 or $250 on a meal ever. Nah, you not that close. Just saying.
Wait.
Just my little opinion. And that could come from somebody in the hood who's never been to a restaurant like that. But if they had the opportunity to and they was really in love, trust and believe they would drop that much.
Wait, not even a 2 for $20 meal from Ruby Tuesdays?
Oh God.
You said that 2 for 20.
It's true though that some people you
Like,
have to be careful, like who you have sex with, because after they've experienced the intimacy, they go cuckoo, and they get
Yes,
really
that's true.
oh
attached.
my God, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I think I love you now and all this stuff. No.
No.
See, and that's the thing, and that's why and this is a different topic. I don't want to go into it, but that's why we have to be careful when I'm very mindful and a bit worried when men want to go around having sex with people because they don't know what they're leaving behind, especially for another brother later on.
Exactly.
And it'd be very messy, very messy.
And for the females, you can't be out there sleeping around either because you don't want no yeast infections and stuff. You don't want to be all like, ew, that's nasty.
And
Be all smelling
Facts.
yourself and stuff. You don't want to be smelling yourself. You a lady. That's nasty. I had this one guy throw my phone out the window and threatened to kill himself. I think he was mentally unstable.
Wow.
Yeah, he
Damn.
said he was going to suicide. He threw my phone out the window. I couldn't even get an Uber.
It's not funny, but the way you said that was just funny.
Damn. Man, dudes out here really wilding.
Yeah, like people too attached after sex. That's why I don't have sex. I'm a woman of God.
Did you get your phone fixed after?
I got a new phone.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
And
Yeah,
when he called me with that new phone, I blocked them.
Yeah, y'all mad at me, I know.
What's that, Casper?
Y'all mad at me, I know. I ain't been on the show all the whole time y'all been on the show.
No, it's okay. You know what, bro? I appreciate your presence just alone, bro. I respect you that much, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, then. I mean, because my follows is your follows. So,
yeah, man. Cool. So, no worries, bro.
But I'll go back to the recording if I need to listen. I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not a problem, bro.
Yeah, you good.
He's just going to hear me ramming the whole time.
Yeah, we trying to. I didn't want to just kind of, I don't like to, intervene with somebody talking, So I just put it on mute.
Oh, okay. No, did you have something to say, Casper?
Yeah, we finna go to this festival real quick. Check out this festival they finna have down. We going down in Grapevine, Texas. So anybody in Texas, check out Grapevine Festival.
Grapevine Festival.
Festival.
Yeah. Got maybe some different type of food, different stuff.
You should tell. She was meant to be in the chat today. You should tell. Oh, what's her name? How can I forget? Jacqueline lives in Texas.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She probably on her way there now, probably.
Probably.
What's that?
That's why she ain't here.
To the festival?
Yeah, she's in Texas.
Yeah, she lives in Texas.
Oh well, yeah. So she went to the festival then.
I'll play these last two messages. Hang on.
I'll go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Hit it with the special, man. Like, yeah, baby, go ahead, get any combo you want, man. You can have whatever you like. Go ahead. I know you getting from the dollar menu usually, but fuck it. You done gave me the goods. Go ahead and get a combo, man. Supersize that shit. Make it a large, whatever. But yeah, man, I think you're right, bro. I think she see kind of like the moves I'm making, and maybe she thought like, hey, let me go ahead and kind of tap them pockets. No, Chantel. Matter of fact, Chantel, let us men know. How would you ask a guy for some money? I know that's probably not your caliber. You're not that type of woman. But if you, how would you get some money out of a guy? How would you ask him for some money?
You're gonna start her off now. Watch. I know.
Me today.
You didn't hear that?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Oh,
never be
jeez.
plotting and scheming to try to get no money out of no man unless
Chantel, just try.
Oh.
All right, just try and answer the question. I know it hurts deep down, but just try and answer. Just try.
Imagine myself trying to get money out of no. I mean, listen, are we together?
No, you're not together. No.
Because
the nature is his nature that he's just painted for us. Try and put yourself in it, all right? Calm down. I'll get you some petals, some fake ones.
I'm not. Shut up. But I'm not no broke female, so I would never try to. I don't know. I really can't see myself in that scenario. I'm sorry.
Chantel, try.
So have you heard of females in that scenario? Have you heard any females around you ever do something of that nature?
Poor Chantel.
I don't know. Like, I know females. I'm from North Philly, so yeah, I know females like.
Oh, from Philly? Oh, snap! Hold on. Oh, goodness gracious!
I know females like that finesse these guys. They be like, I don't know, sweet talking them and stuff, trying to get them to buy them stuff. But I just can't. I'm sorry.
Would you build up?
I respect it though.
Would you build up a rapport, or would you build up would you try and build up that friendship over time and then ask?
If anything, a guy gonna pay for my vibe, for this vibe. But I can't. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to finesse nobody.
You just said it though. How you was gonna do it? And trust me, there was because this dude who would literally, oh my goodness, her vibe was amazing. Trying to find some way. Well, they call them simps these days sometimes, but I can't say they're all simps. But there's guys who there's girls who can just get off a vibe so great that a dude will mentally pay for it to the point where he just wants that vibe again. So that is a finesse.
But like what? With Cash App? Because I had a guy.
Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, Cash, Bitcoin, Piggy Bank.
Piggy Bank.
I had a guy.
I don't think Knowledge was talking about Cash App per se, but just paying to spend time with you, as in, he makes up an excuse to okay. For example, I really like Chantel's vibe, man. Let me just bring her out somewhere to eat. I'm gonna pay. You know what I mean? Like that sort of, pay to be in your presence kind of situation.
Oh, well, that's different. That's different because I have been taken in nice restaurants and like stuff like that. But like as far as like just Cash Apping me, no. I had a guy Cash App me here and no money for my birthday, but not on no. Oh, you had a great time with me. Send me $1,000. No. Like I ain't never been that.
Okay. That's just how your morals are. You're not that type of individual.
I just can't see myself. I just can't.
Okay, so what's your question? What's your reply to the brother's question, please, Chantel?
My reply is that she give you this crazy vibe, like this nice vibe, and that's gonna make you wanna like. I don't know. Feed that vibe. Like I want to be around her. I want to do something nice for her. Like she a real good person, or her vibe is crazy. So I want to take her to this nice restaurant. Or
Oh,
let's go. I've been offered to go on a trip too. Let's go on a trip.
mm,
Because I know that if I went to this place with you, it'll be lit. Like we'll have a real good time. Y'all got quiet.
okay.
I'm done.
Cause I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm kind of thinking,
I'm
I'm kind of
listening.
thinking about that from a point. I'm also listening too. I'm like taking that all in. I'm like,
Yeah. Because this is gonna be the most we're gonna hear from Chantel this week. I
Like
guarantee.
when you come correct,
Ooh, come correct as well, boy.
when you come a certain way, when you come off a certain way on a guy, they gonna come correct. But if you come off as like this hoe, this bum female, they going to toy with you. If you come off as this girl, like you come around this guy, your hair done, your nails done, you look nice, you keep yourself up, a guy going to come correct. They always going to come correct.
All right, Chantel. Hang on a second. Go from Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan. I'm just gonna play a voice note. 1 second. Hang on.
Hey, no, I'm looking at food is food. Your ass hungry, and it's a Burger King deal, motherfucker. Hey, that's food. But now we going out at night. We trying to make it special. Hey, I spend $100 or $200. But goddamn, if you hungry, goddamn Burger King, McDonald's, win this shit. Goddamn it, I'm hungry. Fuck all that. I ain't trying to be up when I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
First of all, I don't eat all of that. I'm very picky with what I eat. I'm not eating that slop.
Big pimpin', spinning cheese. Go on, Chantel. Big pimpin', big pimpin', girl. Man, you know you a pimp, man. Go on and put that cane down. Let them rings shine, girl. Let them shine.
yeah, get that dirt off your shoulders. If you feeling like a pimp, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too. He even said it in the song. Go ahead, brush your shoulders off. Go ahead.
What's up, knowledge?
What's going on with you, Black House? How you feeling?
Oh man.
Oh my
Feeling
God.
good, all right. Feeling good, bro. Feeling good, man.
That's good. Getting able to get. Appreciate you still tapping in.
Man, I'm surprised I didn't get kicked out.
No, we wouldn't
Oh,
kick you
no.
out, man. Don't be silly.
Nah, not even
Not at all.
close.
No, they keep you on mute for so long, you know, they kick you out.
I think that's if I was on mute. Actually, maybe that would happen. I think.
Yeah, when you go on mute, they got something they
Yeah.
started that go on mute for so long, they'll kick you off the show.
Damn. I'm gonna have to read about that.
Yeah, you probably ain't been on mute that long. Yeah, so just watch it. That's from my understanding, but I don't know how true it is. So
For sure. Appreciate you putting us on, or definitely putting me on about that.
oh yeah, I put anything I need to, give to y'all, man. I'll pass it on because maybe that you can use that information.
I'm in another area.
Now, with females, you had different kinds of pimping. Chantel sound like she one of them sophisticated pimps. Or like, she acts just right, but she know a guy won't take her to Burger King because it makes him feel like he's not working with a Honda or a damn Hyundai. He rolling with a Lexus. So, oh yeah, he gonna spend money on me because I'm being feminine, I'm being petite, I'm being exactly what a man needs. So, how dare you take me to Wendy's? How dare you take me to Chick-fil-A? I go to Chick-fil-A with my homegirls. I don't do Chick-fil-A with men. Yeah. But that's cool though. I mean, hey, overstand different caliber women from different caliber lifestyles. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But, hey, be pimping though. Keep it pimping.
So,
All I'm saying is don't. That's all I'm saying.
Hey everybody, would I go Dutch on a date? Absolutely, especially because I am not having sex with anybody until I know I can build with the person. So by all means, let me pay for my own meal, because if I don't like your ass, I'm going home. Period. Don't expect anything.
Awesome. Does anybody have anything they want to say? Chantel, right? Without looking, guess how long we've been talking for? This has been a really good topic.
2
We've been talking
hours.
for like 2 hours and some change.
Yeah, 2 hours, guys. Yeah, Black Us will do it right. Yep.
Like an hour and a half, y'all done had.
Chantel's talking so much, she always gets cut off.
She didn't got a phone call. Came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the festival is not today, so we have to go play some pool, shoot some pool.
Yeah. Anybody wanna say that again, Chantel? Her connection's bad. I want to wait for her to come on before I end it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. No, I do appreciate you staying on though, Casper, because it's a bit frustrating when I mean I've invited someone to our talks for a bit now. They keep coming out, and they're currently online in another talk, so it can be a bit discouraging sometimes when people accept your invite and then they just don't turn up. So, but no, I appreciate you staying in even though you couldn't talk as much because you're driving and whatnot. So, appreciate that.
I mean, yeah, appreciate you inviting me and stuff,
No, that's all
right. But yeah, by me coming in, your ratings go up just as well as mine go up. So we good. We going together.
Yeah, I'm very proud today. This is the perfect time to end this live because we've got 0 people listening now. I think they kind of gathered we were finishing, but we got about 54 listeners today. So in this,
nice.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to the recording.
Yeah, you should, man. It was very educational for me, and I learned something. So that's great.
Well, I learned something new about Dutch. It's not actually Dutch what you said about all the
Yeah.
So I had to clear understanding what it was.
When we speak again, just don't mention candles or petal flowers or anything like that.
Candles and okay.
It's it's a joke because Chantal kept talking about candles and flower petals.
I need to get my blood pressure down.
This is a good topic. This is a good topic, though, man. This is dope. I'm glad I came. I'm glad I came on this one. And I'm glad I didn't get to miss Chantel's get fired up today. That was
She was fire. I've
definitely
never known that. To be honest, I know Chantel from last year. She's I've never seen her this fiery before. Oi.
No, it's just certain things trigger me. I don't know.
We need to do a little bit more triggering, don't we?
I gotta definitely go and listen to this when my kids go to sleep because this is funny.
Yeah,
this was
I might have. Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I think I might upload this one. I like this one.
Most definitely. Putting this on my when I make my stereo page for this is definitely going up on there for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's do this again sometime.
Most definitely.
Won't get up in the next conversation.
Yeah. Speak to you soon, guys.
All right, y'all be easy.
All right, see you guys.
Nate, everybody.
Yeah. Take care, Casper.
Much love. I'm gonna go enjoy myself. I'll be
Bye.
Be back in.
Bye.